All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Indianapolis Colts. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Here we go. Red 38.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice play, baby. Nice play.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Strong right. Strong right. Strong right.
Come on, let's go. White 90.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Boom, all day.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Tight right, tight right.
Flex round. Flex round. Hut.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike.
He'll look to throw.
Watch the out. Watch the out.
And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Man left, man left. Even.
Come on, let's go. White 90. White 90.
7's Mike. Mike 57.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line.
Switch.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Not today.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Roger. Wow, Bill. Wow.
Come on, let's go. White 90. White 90.
52. Here it comes.
We're set now on 2nd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. All day, baby. All day. Good job.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they end up punting starting with this kind of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. They'll set up a throw. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A gain of 32 that time.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that, but a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
4 down. 57's a Mike. 57's a Mike.
Second down, reset. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets it down to the 32. Give him 6 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Okay, double up. Here we go.
On 3rd down, it's Hines. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. He needed a yard, that's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Tight left. 4 down.
Come on, let's go!
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Corey Liggett makes the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Let's get it.
Here we go! Red 38!
A 2nd down throw for Brissett. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
That is right. Watch tight end. We got 4.
Ohio!
Hey, check Mike 57.
Hot!
Mike 57.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty.
Right. Move.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90. Ohio.
This is Hines. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
Three down.
He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll run for it with Hines. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ball game. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Now it's Hines. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's it, baby. That's it.
Flex round. Flex round.
Got double tight. Double tight. Even. 4 down. Even.
Hut.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Switch.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Le'Veon Bell, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
The extra point up and good, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Tight end's right.
Flex round. Flex round.
4 down.
Hut.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Tight end's on the Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo.
Here we go. What?
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Williams. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Hey, 4 down.
They're going to play action here on first down. They'll buy some time right. And this will be incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield and try and hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Come on, let's go. What? 90.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6.
Good job.
Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here, can catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And the Colts getting ready to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
Come on, let's
And
go.
will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
90.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. He'll give this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go. What? 90. What? 90.
Watch the slip.
Ohio.
Check 24. Watch 24.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He's going to look deep for Perriman. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Tight end right.
Hut.
From the gun, here's Brissett. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Hey, boy.
Flex round.
Mike 50.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Let's go.
They'll go on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Okay, we got 4.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Let's go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Vontez Burfict in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And give him a gain of 37. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Ohio! Ohio!
Trips!
Hut! Here we go!
On play action, they'll throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Flex round! Flex round!
Tight end left! Hey!
Let's go! What? 90! What? 90!
Throwing. Brissett. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, we are...
Hut!
Out of the gun, Brissett. Looking long for Westbrook. He rifles one that's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this.
Look out for number 30! Look out for number 30!
Hut!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete
Ohio!
pass.
Ohio!
We got three.
Come on, let's go! What? 90! What? 90!
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the Chargers punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is brought in at the 21. Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Even.
Here we go. What? 90. What? 90.
Check. Check. Check.
Ohio. Ohio.
Check.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Tight end's right.
Let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
Here's the sack. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Certainly that has played a big role in why they are trailing right now. He's going to wind up and air it out. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Go.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Tight end's Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo.
Let's go. What? 90.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
That's it,
And
baby.
down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Flex round.
A
Flex
10-yard
round.
pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down. Looking to throw.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes,
Yeah,
they
baby.
have.
Yeah.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option.
He's got a man, complete. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Ohio.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Check motion.
We're set on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10.
Flex round. Ohio. Ohio!
You don't want it. You don't want nothing.
Hut!
Pick up the ball.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Sing on the slot. Sing on the slot.
Ohio! Ohio!
The man. Watch him.
Hut!
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Let's go! Red 38! Red 38! Flex round! Flex round!
Brissett. Over the middle, complete. It's Oliver. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yards.
Here's Hines, and he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Brissett now on second down.
Stop your bonnet.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. They'll get 5 on the dump off there, and that'll lead to a third down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end.
We got 4.
Brissett from the gun on third. The open man is Westbrook. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Brissett now has hit on just 7 of 17 passes, 41%.
Let's go! Red 38!
They run to Hines, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here we go! What? 90! What? 90!
Second down, Brissett. And he completes it to Westbrook. And bulldozing his way through. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Hey,
Here we go. Red 38. Red 38.
Now a toss play. It's Hines. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting back in the direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Another shot from the one on second and goal.
even. 4 down, even.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. In for the score. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Left side, Williams. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Well, this is caught by Williams. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Mike the 59. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8.
Hey, guys, check me out.
Flex round. Hut.
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Ohio.
They'll set up a throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career. And he brought the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this. He said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Here we go.
Flex round.
A second down throw for Brissett. Trying to lay one up deep. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Red 38.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
On third down, Brissett. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Back now in Indianapolis. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Tight end's right.
Let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
Mike's 50.
Ohio.
Trying to shake off the interception, but left to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. J.J. Watt able to drop him for a loss of 4.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So after the sack, here's second and 14. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, and you and your brothers just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah.
Here we
There
go.
was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Love. And now running right through him. And that one results in 35 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They go play action here on first down. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here we go. Red 38.
Back to throw now on second and 10. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Back to throw. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down.
Tight end right.
Let's go. Red 38.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Spins past him. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Ball on the 30 as they come up, second and 10.
Here we go. What? 90.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
Flex round. Flex round. Ha-ha.
They're going to look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it first and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
42's the mic, boys. 42. 42.
Brissett now. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Patrick. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
That's what I'm talking about.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Here we go, third and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Hey, 4 down. 4 down.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Tight left. 4 down. 4 down.
Let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
Nickel.
Flex round. Flex round.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down. 4 down.
Flex round. Flex round.
And they'll run it here. And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
Blitz.
A gain of 3, second down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here's Brissett.
Silver.
Goes underneath for Bell. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That one for Indianapolis resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Ohio. Ohio.
Check. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
The ground game here with the running back. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Hey, boys, we got four down.
They run again with Hines. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Four down.
Ohio! Hot!
Watch the twist.
Flex round!
57. Mike 50.
Ohio!
On third down, that's Hines. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. And the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball. Would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Going back to 2015, didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
We'll go.